Victorinox discontinued their best knives and they'd hoped you'd forget. These 5 74mm models, superior ergonomics, better pocket carry, more practical tool selection than anything in the current 91mm range. But unfortunately, they're all gone, buried in favour of bulkier, cheaper to manufacture alternatives. Now let me show you what you're missing. This is the Ambassador. The Ambassador was discontinued in 2006. Now this was Victorinox's answer to the gentleman's carry before they decided gentlemen needed bottle openers. One blade, scissors and a nail file, toothpick and tweezers, that's it. No Phillips head you'll never use, no can opener collecting pocket lint. 74mm means it disappears in your trouser pocket. The classic SD is fantastic, but it's too small to do any real work. And larger models like the Climber, for example, could be any one of the 91mm, this just happens to be the one I had readily available, is too bulky for a gentleman's carry, and you can see the difference in the models there. Victorinox replaced these all with 91mm, a lot of which have a similar tool selection, 40% more bulk. Why? These, like the Climber, are cheaper to manufacture, one size of spring for all the scissors and all the parts, profit over practicality. Next up, we have the Prince. Now this is one of my all-time favourites. This is still technically available, but you have to know where to look. Victorinox have buried it in their very hard-to-find speciality catalogue. Now, since recording this, they may have discontinued completely, but you can still find them, mainly as new old stock. And here's what makes this brilliant. It's got a large blade. It has a small blade and that long nail file on the back with the nail cleaner, making it a perfect gentleman's carry. Slim, sleek, wonderful smooth red A-locks. Nothing more says gentleman's carry of any Victorinox than this one right here. The Prince is what the Spartan should have been. Everything you need for your everyday carry with none of the bulk. But Victorinox would rather sell you a Swiss champ. Third on the list, we have the Director. Now this is quite a unique one. It has these stainless steel engine turned covers, and eagle-eyed viewers will notice that the nickel silver pins have been replaced by brass, but I did have to rebuild this one myself as there were a couple of tools that were broken, and I just enjoyed the challenge. But the Director unfortunately discontinued in 2008. Now this was introduced before offices kind of went digital, so the digital evolution is the reason that this Victorinox knife has been sadly discontinued. It has a superb tool set, large blade, small blade, nail file with a nail cleaner, scissors, the letter opener / orange peeler, 7 tools, 0 redundancy. And that letter opener is absolutely superb. Now a lot of people will see it as the orange peeler, but it does have a hidden feature in it which many of you may not have noticed. Along with the small flathead driver, it has this sharpened corner just in here, which is perfect for opening your mail. And you won't find this on any other 74mm models except the Executive. Victorinox decided email killed the need for it, but anyone who handles mail on everyday or opening packages, you need a proper letter opener, not a blade tip. The Director was discontinued because it was too specialised. Victorinox wants generalists now. Swiss Army knives for everyone, master of nothing. Next up, this is the Executive. Now, out of all the ones here, this is probably the one I've carried the most recently. And this one you'll notice as well is in some beautiful Wenge covers. Now, I did put these on myself. Originally, this came with some Celador, like the red on this Ambassador here. But I used this because I like to sort of modify my knives a little bit, so I went for the Wenge. But this has exactly the same tool set as the Director previously, but with the addition of the toothpick and the tweezers, making this, again, an even more versatile knife than the Director was. And you can see I've opted for the black ones in the end there. And it's such a shame this was discontinued, because for me, it is the perfect Swiss Army knife. This has nothing redundant on it whatsoever. It's absolutely perfect. Now, this knife was designed for airline pilots, surgeons, architects, anyone really that just needed a blade, not a corkscrew. Victorinox replaced this with the 51mm, which had a cheaper mechanism, toy-grade scissors. The Executive had a 2-year waiting list in Germany in the 1990s, yet they discontinued it anyway. Why? Because it was too expensive to produce. And that's leading me on now to the fifth and the sort of the unknown wild card of this selection of 58mm. This is the money clip, and this is one with a feature you're not going to find on any other Victorinox currently available. This was unfortunately discontinued in 2012, but honestly, I understand why. On the back, this has a clip. Now, this isn't a pocket clip. As the name suggests, it's a money clip. So you would fold up your bills and put them in the back there. But there's one major flaw with this one, which really depends on how many bills you put in or how often you use it. As I've restored a couple of these now, maybe 3 or 4, and every single one, the pocket clip had lost its retention and it had come off the back of the scales, meaning it wouldn't hold anything. The clip then does add 3mm of thickness. It's brilliant in theory. Your knife is your money clip, but is it practical? Not particularly. The spring weakens, as I mentioned, after about 6 months of carry. It loses tension, your cash falls out. Apart from that, it has a fantastic tool set, very similar to the Ambassador, this just being an Alox version, but with the pocket clip or the money clip on the back. And that's what I tend to use this for myself. I use it as I throw it on the table, I use it as a pocket clip. Now, Victorinox discontinued this because it was a warranty nightmare. But here's what's interesting. The Executive, 0 warranty claims. They discontinued the reliable one and kept producing the money clip for 3 more years. Why would they do that? Next week, why this £30 legal knife beats £150 legal folders. If you're carrying something like this as a lock-in knife in the UK, that video might save you a court appearance. But first, here is what Victorinox won't tell you. This Ambassador outsold the classic SD for 3 years straight in the 1990s. They buried it. As I mentioned, it had a 2-year waiting list and they discontinued it. So here's my question to you. Which one of these 5 knives would you carry? Not collect, carry daily in your pocket right now. Comment below. I'm betting 80% of you pick the same model as I do, and it's not the one you think. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.